Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly episode, and I've got just some, I don't know, some random stuff to show you today. It shouldn't be as long as last week's episode. Thank you for checking out that one, if you did. If you didn't, it's cool too. But we have just some oddities here. I went to a car show last weekend, and there was some people selling Hot Wheels there. There were some vendors at the swap meet that were selling some stuff. I did pick up a couple of items. I picked up 3 Ultra Reds. Why? I don't know. I mean, I already have them, but I don't have them carded. So that's a good reason to pick them up, right? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, these are the old, like, deluxe models. So these are... I think 2 of them are from Release 2. Yeah. So the Firebird and the Mercury Cougar are from Release 2. And yeah, I know these are duplicates, but please don't approach me about trading these, because these are going into the Horde. I'm going to put them in a box and with all my duplicate Ultra Reds. And then I got this from Release 1, the GTO. So really cool. This is the first release of Auto World. At least the first release of the Deluxe series. And we got these Ultra Reds. And obviously I'm not going to open them because, I have them already loose. So, what else did I get from there? I picked up just a couple of random stuff. I picked up this 57 Chev Hot Wheels. I thought the graphic kind of looked cool. And I picked up this one with Ultra Hots as well, with a Purple Passion on the bottom. We'll go ahead and open up those. And then I got Cars of the Decades 67 Pontiac GTO. Picked up that guy. And I picked up this Cosmic Blues Matchbox model in this weird, like, green with flames one. That's a casting that's been around since Super Fast days. And, I don't know. I just thought this thing was kind of cool, so I grabbed it. And then I picked up this Ford GT LM and then figured out that actually I didn't need this either. I have this one already, so this one I didn't need, but it happens. All right, so we got that. We've got some basic Hot Wheels, guys, again, this episode. Found some, what are these? Oh, they're international cards. I found them at a grocery store, so... I don't know what case code they are, so I apologize about that. But we got a McLaren F1 GTR. It looks almost like a Zamac, but it is not. We got the Back to the Future Time Machine. Looking good. We got the Kit Super Pursuit Mode. That's pretty sweet. Is this the first time this has been in the main line? I think it has, right? I think, what did they release this in a... Replica Entertainment or whatever, but I don't think it's ever been in the main line till now, so that's really cool. Acura NSX in blue, the 2020 Jaguar F-Type in black. There is a Super Treasure Hunt version of this, right? I think. 95 Jeep Cherokee in green, and the Volkswagen Baja Bug, which I believe is a new casting. And since these are international cards, they don't have the new for 2022 thing on here, which I think is kind of weird. Like, I know maybe it's because they don't want to put it in multiple languages that they don't do that, but I don't know. Something to indicate that the casting's brand new might not be a bad idea on the international cards. I don't know why they don't do it. It's got to be a language thing. All right. Then the rest of this is kind of hodgepodge. We got... couple of mini GT to look at, so that's pretty cool. We've got the Ford GT in Ingot Silver, and then we have the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ in Viola Alathi. I don't know. We'll attempt to pronounce that in the second segment of the video when we look at this outside of the box. So got those, and then Majorette 3-pack. I think I got this from a Facebook seller a long time ago, cheap, and for whatever reason, I picked it up. I think these were like the 3-packs that were selling at, like, I don't think, like TJ Maxx's maybe. Or what were they? What's the other store that's like the same thing as TJ Maxx? I can't remember. Anyway, I think those were sold there. I don't know if these ones were ever at Toys R Us. Not sure. There's that. And then lastly, we got some Tomica Premium. We've got these two cars from their Tomica Premium Unlimited series, which is like the pop culture version of for Takara Tomy. So I don't know what that's from. I really don't know. This one is a Fast and the Furious car. These are kind of neat. So it's kind of cool that they're doing that kind of pop culture stuff. And the cars look pretty good. I've got a Knight Rider one that I've already picked up. So now these two are added to the collection. All right, that's it. That's all I've got to look at. So let's go ahead and let's flip the camera around. Let's get to the other Hot Wheels and the other stuff. And not an intense episode today, but pretty decent stuff. All right, let's go ahead and flip it around. All right, guys. So real quick, I'll show you these just because. A lot of you may, if you're newer to collecting, you may not have been familiar with this Auto World Deluxe line when it came out. These were available at Walmart at the time. They might have also been sold at Hobby Lobbies maybe as well. But it had two main releases, and then it got they did a deluxe series in 2017. These originally came out, well, they were manufactured in 2013, so that gives you an idea how old they are. These were Ultra Reds when they did Ultra Reds, where it was an Ultra Red body with a white accent on the car that was not on the original versions of the car. So the other thing to note too is you'll see this is a Dodge Viper in the card art, but there's not a Dodge Viper in the packaging. That was normal for these. These had generic packaging. The only thing that the color of the car denoted, so you see there's a Dodge Viper on both of these. This was Series 2. One of these was Set A and one of them was Set B. I think the yellow one was A and the other one was B. I can't remember. But anyway, actually, will it tell us on the back? No. So anyway, it looks like November 2013 for these. And then this one would have been June of 2013 is when this one was produced, this set. So they kind of gave up on these deluxe cars for a period of time. And, I mean, then they brought them back in 2017. Gave up on them again. And then, now we're seeing them resurface as Johnny Lightnings. So that's kind of neat. The castings are getting new life. Plus, now, you're going to find these in multi-packs that are Target exclusives back under the Auto World name. Interesting. So, pretty cool. They are originally Auto World toolings, and I don't know if I'm going to get every single Johnny Lightning version that they come out with, but, chances are I will. Except for the White Lightnings I won't go after. But just wanted to show you those up close real quick and chat about them. And let's see here. Let's do these Tomica quick-ish. Someone will have to tell me what this is actually from. I don't even know. I just got it because it was a Tomica Premium Mustang, and I don't think I've ever seen that casting from Tomica before, so decided to go ahead and pick it up. These are kind of a resealable packaging, which is kind of nice. I've talked about it in a previous video. There's a Back to the Future one that I've got coming to me, which I'm excited about. So they come just like that. There's a box, little thing to hold the car, the card art, all that stuff. Everything's in Japanese, of course, because these are not made for the US market. But check out the car. So if you're not familiar with Tomica Premium, I've shown them several times on this channel. You get inserted details typically for headlights and taillights. The paint is usually really nicely done. Quality control is usually absolutely fantastic. The base is plastic. The body's metal. It usually has an opening part of some sort. A lot of the times it's doors. Sometimes it will be some other different things. They've done pop-up up and down headlights. They've done all sorts of stuff, moving parts-wise. And those moving parts usually function and fit and look really, really good. So everything looks sharp and nice on this. The only hang up maybe for most people is, well, there's two. One is that it does not have rubber tires. They're plastic. Okay. And it's got a plastic base, but man, it does have weight to it. They do have suspension, by the way, as well. That's kind of cool. And the other hang up maybe is that they are not true 1/64 scale by any means. They're usually, and they do list the scale on these usually. I'm kind of seeing if I got it on here somewhere. I actually don't see it on this one, but usually they're around 161. They're usually random, like 161 scale, 159 scale, 160 scale, 162 scale. They don't follow a specific scale formula. So, but other than that, I mean, they're really cool. They're really nice. I like these. They might, you know, they're kind of borderline between collectible and toy. And, but typically the cars are fairly accurately done, proportionately done very well, and I think they look pretty good. They're not that expensive, so in comparison to like other premium, I guess, brands. So there's that one, and then this one is the Dodge from Fast and Furious. Let me cut this open. Cut it open on both sides. So I do save this packaging actually, just because it is resealable. Not really resealable, I guess, but reclosable. Pull the car out of the box. I'm just seeing if it does say anywhere on it. Yeah, sorry folks, I can't read any of that. It's too bad though, because that would be neat if I could do that. So we'll go ahead and just put that back. I don't know what that means. Don't feed it to your dog. No idea. I'm pretty sure that means don't let kids eat it. Alright. So here is the model. As you can see, not scale accurate. You know, these are both the same size. I think that's basically all they do. They make all their cars the same size. And that's going to determine what scale it is. So this is going to be like likely smaller than 160. Actually, definitely smaller than 164 scale. You got the blown motor up the top. And this one has opening doors as well. Quite a bit of detail inside there. Or at least a fair amount of detail. You got a roll cage in there. So it looks pretty good. It's not bad. I mean, the wheels are definitely going to be the weak point, I guess, on these cars. Because a lot of times they look okay, like they're like accurate to the vehicle and whatnot, but they never like black wash them, so you always just kind of have this like blob of silver in there, and on some vehicles it looks worse than others. This one's not too bad, but you could definitely use some like, you know, black space in there to give it some more depth and make it just all together look more correct. But pretty neat though. You guys will have to let me know what you think of these premium models. I feel like I'm like one of the only people that collect them, because I don't see a lot of people collecting them on YouTube and whatnot. So there's that. All right, next let's look at some Majorette. So these did come to the US, and I think, like I said, I think these were like, what is the other dang store? There's TJ Maxx, and there was like another one. I am just drawing a blank. Anyways, some other store that's like the same company as TJ Maxx or something. No, I can't think of it. This one's a pretty common one. This was released, I believe this one was released at Toys R Us when Majorette had a short-lived run at Toys R Us in the U.S. This Jag. This has opening doors, plastic wheels, the suspension. You can see the little suspension component kind of thing in there. Not really inserted details for headlights. The headlights are part of the windshield piece. Classic trick to pull that off. Paint looks pretty good. And I think I already have this model somewhere. I may actually already have all of these somewhere. This one, Alpha. This one, do they have scale? Yeah, they do have scaling on the bottom. So this is 157 scale. What was the Jag? Jag is 159. So again, not true 164 scale with these. Majorette gets a lot of hate. I think the reason why they get hate too is because of the wheels. These actually look pretty decent. Some of their wheels look okay. Some of their wheels look wretched. And these are kind of better designed ones, I guess. And you get painted details on the back. You get, again, some lens details or whatever that are part of the window piece for the headlights. Some decent detail up front. Looks pretty good. Good detail in the molding of the interior, which you gotta have, especially if it's a topless car. And overall, it looks pretty good. I don't know. It's not bad. Majorette, the castings just have a look to them, I think, that some people aren't a big fan of. And I think it's hit or miss. Then we got this Renault. And what we got for scale on this one? 154. Again, suspension. Wheels don't look too bad on this one. The paint looks actually pretty nice. It's like a metal flake pearl blue kind of look to it. You can kind of see it almost changes color at different angles. So that's kind of cool. We've got, again, the headlight pieces, which are part of the window piece. Some decent detail. And they're not bad. I think, and the other hang up with Majorette, the wheels is one. The other thing is they do a lot of cars that just not a lot of people really care about in the U.S. I can't speak for people in other places around the world, but in the U.S. they do a lot of cars that, you know, Americans or whatever, people that grew up here may not even know really existed or care to know that they existed. That's, you know, my observation. Whether it's correct or not, who knows. But like this would be an example of a weird car that, you know, you're not going to see around here. And if you do, most people probably wouldn't know what it is. So there's that. What should we look at next? Let's do Mini GT. We've got two models to take a peek at today. Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Viola Elthia. I have no clue, dude. I'm usually pretty decent at guessing pronunciation. And I say decent. I'm not great at it. Elethia or ale. I want to keep saying ale, you know, like a beer. But I'm not sure. This is easy. Ingot silver. Let's look at the ingot silver for GT first. I always forget to de-shrink wrap these before starting shooting, because I should stop forgetting, because it's always a pain to get that off. All right, we got some Ford licensing on the back. TSM model does everything right. They do a great job. You guys know that Mini GTs, I'm in love with Mini GT. Did I need another version of this Ford? I don't know. Probably not. But, you know, you got to get it just in case. What if it ends up being my favorite version of it? Right? It is nice, though. This actually might be my favorite version of the stock regular non-race version vehicle, non-LM version or whatever. This could be a candidate for that for sure. Look at the headlight detail on these. I mean, that is, I think, crazy good. A little Ford logo resolution on that. Very nice. Big gripe for a Mini GT still is that they don't have visible brakes. Visible disc brakes and calipers behind the wheels. And when you have big open spoke wheels like this, yeah, I can understand that that might be maybe one thing they shouldn't have excluded. But there's got to be a limit somewhere. These things aren't that expensive, especially when it comes to premium diecast. These are on the cheaper end, at least for me, okay, or people here in the US. These are on the cheaper end. They're cheaper than Inno, they're cheaper than Tarmac, they're cheaper than Tomica Limited Vintage. They're cheaper, obviously, than like an Ignition model or some of the other brands like that. And for what you get, typically the quality control is quite excellent on these as well. I mean, look at the detail. The details. Look at the, how close can we get with this? Pretty close. Look at that. I mean, really though? I mean, there's really nothing to complain about. It looks really good. I'm glad I picked it up, actually. I like this in silver. It looks fantastic. Cars really do look good in silver. Probably my favorite color for a car. Silver. Just look good. Brings out details. It looks fantastic. But we'll check out Viola. Alethea. I gotta think like Italian. How would Italian pronounce it? I have no idea. No clue. Number 343. This was number 340, by the way. Let's check out this one. Let's check out the SVJ. Again, Lamborghini licensing. Got holographic stuff even. Mini GT is great. That is a cool color. It's pretty dark, so you may not be able to see it super good on camera, which is the trick with some dark colors, but get you as good of an idea as we can here. Get this box back together. All right, Aventador. Again, you got some pretty good detail up front for the headlights. Not quite as crazy as those headlights that are on the Ford GT. You got a Lambo logo up front. Pretty decent resolution. The rims look good. We got that little Italian flag thing there. The SVJ kind of logo right there. You can see the paint is metal flake. It's kind of a purplish color-ish. Looks pretty solid. And normally I'm a big Lambo fan, but actually, altogether as a model, this thing's like near perfect for 1/64 scale. This one is probably near perfect for that too. It's just I'm not super into the Aventador, into the way it looks. And I'm a Lambo fan, so that's saying a lot. And I don't like Lamborghinis in dark colors. Maybe black you can get away with in 1/64 scale, though. I don't know. They need to be bright. They need to be wild. A little more wild, right? It's a Lamborghini. It's an exotic car. Should have an exotic color. Well, they got an exotic name for this color. But, I don't know. Kind of one notch of hue below a Crown Royal bag. I don't know. It doesn't look that great. The color is not that fantastic, in my opinion. All right. All we got left now is Mattel stuff. So let's do this Matchbox real quick as I take a drink of water. It's got a new look. Sweet. Cosmic Blues. What's the copyright date on the back of this packaging? 1996. So it's not that old in the grand scheme of Matchbox, but I don't know. I didn't have it, and I played with these a lot when I was a kid. The Cosmic Blues, and I don't know what the other one was, but it seems like this came out in a lot of different variations, and I had a few of them as a kid. So that's the reason why I picked it up. It's a goofy casting. It's kind of like a Zinger from Johnny Lightning, right? This would almost be like the original Zinger. I mean, they roll good. It is metal body, metal base, plastic motor, but this is all metal down here. I don't think, no interior on this vehicle. I don't know if this casting ever did have an interior. It may not have. Or they may have just axed it for this release as they were starting to cut costs and whatnot for producing these little cars. Not sure. Don't know. But yeah. There's a goofy one for you. Not something I normally pick up. I mean, it's obviously super exaggerated features, all that stuff, but it is kind of neat. All right. We'll stick with old stuff for just a minute. And then we'll go to the newest Hot Wheels that I've got. Let's see, we got those. And well, actually, let's just do this one real quick. Cars of the Decades. Pontiac GTO. You can see what else is in here. Buick Grand National. I think I have that one. Pretty sure I do. Pretty sure I have that Chevy Bel Air, too. I don't know about any of the others. I don't think I do have any of the others, and I don't really think I need to get any of the others, but, oh, copyright, 2010. I'll give you an idea of when these came out. $12 years ago-ish. Yeah, there's not much to say. It almost looks like a faux, like St. Patty's Day car. But it is just green with, like, green flowers. It's not four-leaf clovers. Out of all the GTO castings ever to exist from any die-cast manufacturer, well, any of the major ones that I collect or whatever, this may qualify as my least favorite. So I don't really go after these that often, but once I do see them and they're cheap, I do pick them up just because I do kind of have a pretty crazy collection of GTOs. So why not? Sure, we'll do that. All right, moving on. We got some 57 Chevys, another casting I don't normally collect, in the Steel Passion, which is the Purple Passion, whatever, just renamed. Let's open this one first. And we'll take a look at the Purple Passion first. The non-purple Purple Passion. I had one of these as a kid. I didn't have this particular one. The one I had was actually purple. I think it was the first release of it. We got some package rub on here. Big time. And some of that came off, and some of it is not. I have to play with that later. Probably won't. We'll forget about it. And that's fine. Plastic base. Metal body. Basic white walls. Metal flake paint. Looks alright. For some reason, I really liked this Steel Stamp Series 57 Chevy. I thought it looked cool. Because of the kind of era-correct paint job, right? This would have been early 90s. I think. Focus. Oh, I think we switched cameras in accent. There you go. I love the Ultra Hot Wheels. I've already talked about it, but I love them. They're great. This one has a plastic base, but it does have a metal body, and the motor is metal. So kind of interesting there that it's got this metal piece that I think is just riveted through, holding the body and the base together. I'm pretty sure that's how that's constructed. I've never taken one of these particularly apart, but I think it is. The Ultra Hot Wheels look really good on this casting. But you know what? I had to grab this too because it was sitting right there. And these were cheap. Very cheap. So there you go. 57 Chev. Not too shabby. All right. There's that. All right, let's get into the modern Hot Wheels. And like I said, no idea what case code this is. I can't tell you. Why can't I tell you? Well, because I stopped paying attention. That's why. Am I getting sick of mainline? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm not as obsessive as I was. So I don't, like, if I get them, I get them. If I don't, I don't. I don't really, like, stress over this anymore. So, the Jag. I might have actually opened one of these up already in a previous episode, because I know I did find one before. But I do like this. I think this is a great version of this. We got headlights, we got taillights. If I have two now that are open, not a big deal. I'll end up just giving one to my kid. But it's good, is what I'm trying to say. Basic. Good choice of wheels. Good tempo placement of headlights, taillights, and done real basic, done real nice. But looks like we got a little bit of a casting flaw right there. Interesting. All right, so there's that one. Next is this Acura NSX, and this is the older casting, right? Like the old, yeah, 2014 one, yeah. All right, so this is the original Acura NSX, well, not the original ever NSX casting, but this is the one that came out around 2015 mainline, I believe. And it's okay. It's not bad, but it's not super good. It's a little bit too much Hot Wheels, where we got the offset wheels and all that stuff, the exaggerated features, sort of. It's in the Ryu's Rides thing, so it was obviously then designed by Ryu Asada. This particular version, we got good detail on the back. Nothing on the front, but you really don't need it. And then we get to a little side thing. It's tasteful. It looks all right. Looks okay with black wheels too. So not terrible. Not extremely great, but all right. Brand new casting Volkswagen Baja Bug. I mean, it'd be fun, honestly, to do a video on how many different versions of the Volkswagen Beetle there are. And I don't mean different versions as in different, like, tempo variations. I mean just different casting versions of some sort of form of Volkswagen Beetle. If you started, like, putting together Johnny Lightnings and Hot Wheels and Matchbox and who else does them? Greenlight, M2, just might be the most produced vehicle ever in diecast form. Maybe. I could be completely wrong. I'm sure there's a Majorette as well. So almost every company makes one. Schuco makes a Volkswagen Beetle in some way, shape, form, or other. Even Kyosho. Do I have a Kyosho one? I think I do. Yeah, I do. So yeah, there's all sorts. It would be kind of fun to be like, let's have a Volkswagen episode and just do the bug and get out all the different casting stuff that has come out. Because you have a lot to collect if you're a fan of that vehicle, let me tell you. And this is a brand new casting from Hot Wheels. And they just put out like a weird Baja Bug not too long ago that was in premium. different casting altogether. So it's like, wow, you know. There's an old Baja Bug one too that's not bad. But now we get this new one. So interesting, and maybe a good idea for a video sometime down the road. You guys let me know if that's something you'd be interested in watching, or if that would just be boring because it's a bunch of beetles. I don't know. Anyway, this is kind of decent. Doesn't look too bad. The wheels, you know, I know they're supposed to make it look like there's like sand on them or mud on them or whatever. And it looks okay, but it'd be interesting to see what this looks like with different wheels. All right, there's that. And then we got 95 Jeep Cherokee. I believe this is like a new casting, right? I think it is. Again, it doesn't say, so I couldn't tell you. This looks pretty good. You guys hear me constantly say I'm like not a Jeep fan, but oddly enough, diecast form, I kind of am. I don't think I'd ever buy one. You know, it would never be my choice of vehicle. But there's a lot of really good diecast Jeeps. I think this is done pretty good. What do you guys think? Pretty solid. All right, McLaren, and then we'll get rid of the two movie cars last. All right, the McLaren F1 GTR. This looks great in this color scheme. The silver with the orange and the orange wheels. It does look very Zamac, but it's awesome looking, I think. Yeah, I like it. Dig it. You get some Tampo headlights. Nothing on the rear, which is a shame, because the back of the car, the taillights being there and being colored in would make this thing look really, really cool. But you got to give it up because you got to do these side graphic things. And the side graphic things on this actually look, I think, really good. So you guys let me know what you think. But I'm a fan. I think it's cool. All right, we got two left. One of them would be this guy, Back to the Future Time Machine. This has come out a few times in the main line. This is the, I believe this is the one that, yeah, this is the non-hover mode one. And I don't mean non-hover mode as in that the wheels are down. I mean, it doesn't have like the Mr. Coffee thing or whatever it was on the top that denoted it was the newer garbage-fed version. But yeah, silver. These wheels, I think, sort of work for this car. Not bad. Always going to pick up a time machine, though. Anytime they put it out, I'm going to snag it. Why not? Got some good detail in the back here. Pretty cool. All right. Lastly, Kit Super Pursuit Mode. There she is. So this is a pretty wild thing, but it's a Firebird, so I gotta get it, right? And plus, Knight Rider was definitely one of my favorite shows as a child. Nice detail on the back. Looks really cool. I think they pulled this off as a mainline, I think, pretty well. There was really no complaints about it. Just altogether looks pretty good. All right, so, you know, that's going to be it for this episode. I didn't really have anything too over the top today, but hopefully you still enjoyed it. My favorite score, obviously, is the Ultra Reds that I don't need, because I'm nuts. And then, you know, these mini GTs are probably going to be the highlight for me as far as this episode goes, just because, you know, they're the most detailed things sitting here on the table. The main lines are great, though. These little premium Tomicas are neat. Definitely neat to add a couple more to that collection. And then we've got, you know, some Majorettes. It's a little weird. We looked at those. You know, and even one weird Matchbox. So That one. All right. So thank you guys very much for another episode. I got the monthly neat coming up, so hopefully next week I'll have a load of neat stuff to show you. We'll see how she goes. You never know. All right. Thank you guys again. Have a great day.